Hey guys, welcome to the first of 2022, first episode of the Texas Mortgage Boss podcast. My name is James J, and today we're going to dissect some headlines. First headline of the week: mortgage rates hit 9-month high and loan demand drops further. What does that mean for you as a buyer? Let's discuss. Welcome to 2022. My name is James J, and I am excited for this year. We have a lot of expectations in the real estate industry for 2022 that are going to look somewhat familiar to you if you were in the market last year or if you refinanced a home or thinking about getting into home ownership this year in 2022. So we're going to start with an article that I came across earlier this week about mortgage rates hitting a 9-month high. And what does that mean for you as a buyer or a possible refinance for you in 2022? So, key points in this article: average rate for a 30-year fixed mortgage hit 3.33 last week, which is about a half percentage point higher than a year ago. Okay, now moving the needle a whole lot here, guys. Applications for refinance fell, which is typical. So interest rates go up. Usually refinances will slow down just a little. Applications for mortgage purchases fell 4% from 2 weeks earlier. Now, part of that you can probably contribute to the holiday season, although our normal, what we would consider a normal slowdown, a little bit of a slowdown towards the end of the year around holiday season, it was nothing like a normal holiday season. So we still had more homes sold in that holiday November, December timeframe than we did the previous year. However, it's still a little bit of a slower time. So to me, that is what contributes a lot to the purchase applications actually going down. Okay. Now, the coronavirus, this new variant, although initially it was projected to have a huge impact on mortgages, purchases of homes, and so forth, it actually hasn't been quite as bad as they thought. Now, unless you're living under a rock, you understand and know that this new variant of this coronavirus has been spreading like wildfire. So it's pretty crazy what's going on right now. However, it has not been, it wasn't exactly what they projected, what the experts projected to have the impact on mortgages and home purchases. So that's a good thing. Okay. So average contract interest rate for 30-year fixed rate mortgage. This is a conforming loan, which is under 548,250. This is as of last year. We now have a new conforming loan limit, and I did a video about that a few weeks ago. But we now have a higher loan limit for conventional loans. Excuse me, conforming loans. But again, 3.3 at the end of last week. It was 3.27 2 weeks before that. So we're not seeing a tremendous change in interest rates. However, all the experts are projecting those interest rates to slowly get a little bit higher as we make our way through the first part of this year into the summer months and into the end of the year. So what that's going to do, it's going to continue to slow down refinances for sure a little. It will slow down refinances. On the purchase side, I think this is a temporary slowdown. People will get adjusted to the higher rate. And when I say higher, I am absolutely using air quotes, because if you think a 3.3 or 3.4 or 3.5% interest rate is high, you need to get a better perspective. All right, 3.5% interest is not high. It's not. Talk to someone who bought a home back in the 80s. All right. Talk to someone who bought a home not even 3 years ago. We had rates that were in the 4%. So 3.5%. If we get there, if we get a little bit higher to 3.7 by the end of the year, which a lot of experts are projecting, it's not the end of the world, guys. It's still better than you leasing a home. I'll continue to say that to the day I die. All right. It is better. An interest rate of 3.75 is not a high interest rate. You want to know what high is? High is paying a mortgage for someone, your landlord. That's high, right? Because you're paying that for him or her every single month, and you're getting absolutely nothing from it. So how much interest are you paying on your rent? That's a better question. Not how much interest you're paying on your mortgage, because you know what that number is, right? You know what that number is. You have no idea what the interest is that you're paying on your rent. I can assure you it's more than 3.75 if you start to look at it. All right. So mortgage rates continue to creep higher. I just mentioned that over the last 2 weeks of 2021. And again, rates are projected to increase by the end of this year. Now, what does all that mean for you as a buyer? Well, a couple things. First of all, it's still a good time to own a home. All right. It's still a good time to own a home. I will continue to tell you that. And I will continue to mean it, because it is the number one way most people will build any type of wealth. Period. It's the number one way. It's the number one way a lot of millionaires have built, or billionaires have built, their portfolio and built their wealth. It's through real estate. This is not new. But for most of us, the average Joe, right? For most of us, real estate is the best way to go. So if you think, oh, I'm going to wait this out, or I'm going to wait for the market to crash, okay, that's a whole nother topic. I'll be doing plenty of videos about this coming up as far as the market crash for 2022, what the expectations are. I don't think you're going to see a market crash, guys. Not going to happen in 2022. So, with all that being said, I think it's a great time for you to start looking into getting into home ownership and building some wealth for yourself and your family. Again, there's no better way to do it. There's no better asset that you can leverage than real estate. You put down 3.5%, 3%, whatever the case may be, and you get a 200, 300, $400,000 house. That's leverage. That is what you want in your life. You want leverage. So, with that being said, I will see you guys next week. Do me a favor, please head on over to mortgagebosstv.com, subscribe to the channel, like, share, and we will be back with you guys next week on another episode, Texas Mortgage Boss Podcast. Have a great day.